Hopefully you guys can hear me better. High stepping in my heels, heels, heels. Serving rich men thrills. High stepping in my heels, heels, heels. Serving rich men thrills. Yeah. High stepping in my heels, heels, heels. Serving rich men thrill, yeah. I'm a 5-course meal. Fuck a main, yeah. Fuck a main entree, yeah, yeah. I'm a 5-course meal. All right. Hi, I am Jenny. Hello. Sometimes you just gotta sing when it's on your heart. You gotta let it out. High stepping in my heels, yeah. I'm a 5-course meal. Oh, serving these rich men thrills, yeah. Heels, 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 yeah. All right, sorry. That was still on my heart this year. Hello, everybody. I am Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. I am a human, just being honey. All right, so tonight, it's nighttime where I'm at. I'm recording this after dark. Today, I'm going to talk about lace pumps. Yeah, I have these. I recently purchased these. Well, I purchased these lace pumps from Torrid. If you saw my last episode, you know that I shared that I am a Torrid. I love Torrid shoes, though. A lot of the shoes that I wear come from Torrid. Not all of them, and not all of the shoes that I review will come from Torrid, actually. But I am a Torrid girl. They were the first company that whoever the person is that shops for their shoes. Sorry, talking with my hands. Whoever the person is that shops for their shoes, they do a really, really, really good job at buying comfortable heels for women, for plus size women or women with the Amazonian women like myself. They do a really, really good job at shopping and purchasing heels for our feet. So I am a Torrid girl. Now I can't speak for Lane Bryant. When I start buying Lane Bryant and Ashley Stewart and Fashion to Figure shoes. Actually, I don't think I'll ever buy a pair of Fashion to Figure shoes because they were not, they were very poorly made, the pair of shoes that I bought. I might give them another try in the future, but as of right now, the shoes were very poorly made. I don't know if I'll ever purchase another Fashion to Figure pair of shoes because they were along the lines of Forever 21 shoes, shoes to me. So I won't. Those shoes are not, I know, I'm not a fan of those shoes, so yeah. But I know that most of those shoppers who shop, most people that shop for those companies shop from similar distributors or the same distributors, but shoes can look very similar and have, the quality can be completely different. So I found, like I shared in my previous video, that Torrid has the best shoes, okay, for plus size women or women who have larger feet. They're very comfortable. So today, I'm going to talk about pumps. These lace pumps that I got from Torrid. Very sexy shoe. Oh my God, I love these shoes. So all my reviews are extremely honest. I love them. They're very beautiful to look at. So let's talk about parts of a shoe. Okay. So, parts of a pump. So the pump is comprised of the top of the shoe has, there's the insole, the top line, which is this here. This would be considered the top line, you know, the edge of the outer part of the shoe. Excuse me. The vamp is here. This is the vamp, and I'll try to bring this in a little bit closer. So this is the vamp where you can see the lace, and this would be considered the toe box, where the lace has this kind of black part over it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I feel like you guys can, so I'll pull it back. On the inside of the shoe, there's the insole lining. There's also a welt on the inside of the shoe, making up the materials that you actually place your foot on top of, and a metal shank. On the bottom of the shoe, there's the outer sole, the counter, which is also considered, there's the counter, and then this would be considered the seat. On the inside, this part where the lace, let me see, so this part from here back will be considered the quarter. There's the heel, excuse me, there's the heel, which is here. Oh, well, this is let me say this is a 2.8 inch heel. There's the heel, there's a pitch is here. This part is considered the breast of the heel, even though it's kind of small. In those stiletto heels and those taller heels, you're able to see the breast a lot more. But this part is considered the breast. Lost focus. This part would be considered the breast of the heel, and then this is the top piece, or the top lift on the part on the very bottom of the shoe. Okay, so pros, again, shoe's very beautiful to look at. It's very sexy, especially on. I thought it was a very, very, very sexy shoe. And that's pretty much all the pros that I have in reference to this shoe. It's one of those shoes that I mentioned in my very first episode, my previous episode. It's nice to look at, but when you put it on, I was only able to wear it for a certain amount of time, and then I had to come out of it. So some of the cons was the top line cut. This part would cut into the top of my foot. I mean, not the top of my foot, but into the top of my toes. So where my toe, the part, I'm sorry, still a little, give me a moment. Still a little nervous after all this time now. One more time, sorry. All right, so let's try that again. The top line where my toes and the top of the shoe meet, it cut the top of my toes. The toe box, which is the part where I outlined a little bit earlier. Let me see. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better, where the lace and the toe box kind of separate because it's a little bit darker. Oh, I feel like it's not focusing. Ooh, focus. Gonna make me sing her. Focus on me. All right, so here in this the toe box part, it really squeezed my big toe as well as my pinky toe. It was extremely uncomfortable. I sized down on this shoe. I normally wear a 9.5, so I sized down to a 9. And the counter on the back, it just didn't. It was tight in the front, but there was a lot of space in the back of the shoe. So I don't know if I probably should have gone down to a 8.5 when I purchased the shoe. Again, this is one of those shoes that I purchased online. I sized down because everybody's suggestion was to size down with the shoe. And I know by me being someone who has a difficulty, like I shared, walking in pointed shoes, I didn't want to get a shoe that was 8.5 because I personally felt like it was going to be too tight on the front of my foot. And this was tight. I sized down, and the toe box and the vamp was tight on the front of my foot. Actually, the toe box, the vamp, and the top line was very tight on the front of my foot, despite me sizing down. when I when I would try to break in the shoe. I'm sorry. When I tried to break into, I sized down. Um, I I thought about again. Excuse me. I ordered this shoe online, and so I sized down because everyone suggested sizing down based on how it fit their foot. So I actually sized down with this shoe, and the toe box, the vamp, as well as the top line still squeezed the very front of my feet. Squeeze my toes, the front of my feet. That's so funny. Still squeeze my toes. However, I had a excess of room. When I initially put my foot into the shoe, the front of my foot was, of course, it was squeezing my toes. And the counter felt like it fit until I got ready to take a step. And then the shoe just started to flop off of the back of my foot. So even me attempting to break these shoes in, it was a task. Actually, I wasn't able to do it because the shoes wouldn't fit. So you can't break something in if it don't fit. You just gotta let it go. You know, that's how I feel. I ordered these to wear for just everyday wear, and by the time I realized that, by the time I got ready to wear the shoe and break it in, I was definitely outside of the return date, and so I wasn't able to exchange them or return them, because otherwise this review would be on an 8.5. Even though I'm not sure if an 8.5 would have been comfortable, because again, the front of these shoes squeezed my toes, and so the back of the shoe didn't fit. So I don't know if sizing down 2 size would have been a comfortable compromise because of the fit, and it was 1 size down. So also the shoe, once I got ready to walk in the shoe and try to break it in, it was very noisy, and I could feel the metal shank in the shoe. So overall, I did not like the shoe. I mean, it's very sexy and very beautiful to look at. Look at it. Just look at her. Ain't she cute? She is gorgeous. Look at her. Look at her and her sister. Like, honey, yes, these are some beautiful, this is very beautiful shoes. Very beautiful. But this is what they look like when I was walking in them. Like, who wants to walk in something? I mean, who can walk in a shoe like that? Even with and I can hear people saying, get the padding to put on the heel. But that only, for me, that from past experience, that just rubbed the skin off the back of my heel. So that was definitely a hell no for me. I'm not getting putting anything inside the shoe to help me walk better in the with the counter, because when I did in the past, it literally would rub all the skin off the back of my heel, and then I'm stuck with trying to wait until the skin grow back on my feet before I can wear heels, and that was kind of like a hell no for me, because that's uncomfortable in tennis shoes, and I go to the gym very often, several times a week, and so I wouldn't have been able to, and I spin, so I wouldn't have been able to go to spin class and comfortably spin if I did that to the back of those shoes, because where I was going, I wasn't sitting down too long. I was going to a function, so I was going to have a funky good ass time, okay? So, to be honest, in reality, these shoes didn't make it out of the house at all. I feel like the shoe was, I made various attempts to actually break the shoe in and make sure it was comfortable, but it wasn't. I was unsuccessful, and I personally feel like the shoe is very poorly made, because again, I could feel the metal shank inside the shoe pressing against the ball of my foot, which I shouldn't feel that if I'm walking in a shoe. This shoe should be able to, I should be able to walk comfortably in this shoe for a significant amount of time and not feel uncomfortable. And I was in this shoe roughly 15, maybe 20 minutes before I started to feel, you know, the metal shank in the shoe, which is, to me, that's a no-no. That's a clear sign that the shoe doesn't have the best quality. And so, no, it never made it out the house. So these shoes will be given to a friend, because I'm all about, passing things along to people who my friends or compadres friends. That's compadres in Spanish, sorry. To my friends to see if they want it. And if no one wants these shoes, I will gladly donate them, because I'm not able to wear them. And I don't see a point in holding on to shoes that I'm not able to wear. So they must go. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching, ladies. Please, again, do not just allow your heels to sit in the closet and continue to go in and out of style as well as collect dust. Please embrace your femininity. Embrace that feminine nature. I hope this review was helpful. I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. And thank you so much for watching. I am Jenny. Please like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day. Bye.